Welcome back to the D4 channel. And again, we're back with AHSOKA spoiler review, episode 3, Time to Fly. Hold on. Like, this is in. You're going to get in. I'm trying to adjust myself.
He's just right in the thing.
I write in my thing. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Spoiler review for AHSOKA episode 3. But before we get to that, please like and subscribe to the D4 channel for all your Star Wars entertainment news and podcasts and reviews on TV shows like this one. And boy,
hit that notification bell.
Hit that notification bell for every time we upload a video, because boy, we have a lot to talk about today in this episode. It's only one episode, with about 40 minutes long. So if you haven't seen AHSOKA episode 3, Time to Fly, leave now because this is a spoiler review.
Ready? Ready. Now!
All right, D4, let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
This episode.
This has to be one of the episodes of all time.
Correct.
There was definitely things in here that would definitely tick people off.
More preferably us, because we are Kanan junkies, as they say, and George Lucas fans, because without George Lucas, none of this would be happening.
No.
And this episode kind of went back on a few things that even Dave Filoni wrote. And so we're going to talk about it. We start off with, we start off with, was it Sabine training?
Yes, it was Sabine training in the room.
So training in the room with Hugh Wang. Apparently, he can do the
Grievous.
The Grievous forearms. Which also, if you watch the young Star Wars Jedi Adventures that they have on Disney Plus, the kids train with like these robots, these training bots that have like the same kind of forearm stuff. So
everyone's training with Grievous.
Yeah, everyone's training with Grievous.
No wonder Grievous was so easy.
Right? Yeah, because every Jedi was like, bro, we do this.
That's why everyone can defeat Grievous.
Right? So we start off with her doing that, and she's going through the forums, and he went basically like, not bad, but also not good either. Yeah. And Ahsoka's like, you know the basics. And I'm like, she's Mandalorian. She knows more than the basics.
Yeah, I don't know why this show keeps treating her like she's never fought a day in her life before.
Right?
Like, we saw in Rebels that she is a good Mandalorian fighter. Why are they making her go to, like, step 0?
I don't understand.
Like step 1.
and we have a bone to pick with the people writing this show and Dave Filoni, because the way they're heading, they're going to give Ahsoka the Force.
You mean Sabine?
I mean Sabine. Ahsoka already has the Force.
Ahsoka with the Force?
How dare they? They're going to give Sabine the Force because they have 4 seasons of Rebels to do this, to at least give the inkling that she's Force sensitive.
And you have watched Rebels how many times?
I want to say I watched all Rebels at least 3 or 4 times.
So, he's watched it 3 or 4 times. I watched it once, so I can't really say. But if he can't remember anything giving an inkling of this,
nope,
that's an issue.
Nope. And even during the training arc with the Darksaber, when Kanan was training her in the forms, like, he was training how to use the weapon, the lightsaber, not the Force. And he was saying, he did say, don't rely on the Mandalorian tricks because the Jedi beat the Mandalorian. But again, she has no Force, so she got to rely on some of those tricks to simulate the abilities of the Force. But she's gonna get the Force power because Ahsoka's like, you need to open your mind and be open to it.
Because you can use the Force too if you put your mind into it and believe.
Like, on the surface level, when you hear that, you think that's a good thing. Because it's basically like anybody can be special. But what I take it as is you're not special unless you can wield the Force.
Correct. That's basically what it says.
Right.
Just like kind of cropping on everyone else who's really cool and really powerful who doesn't use the Force.
Doesn't use the Force. Like, you got Thrawn. Thrawn doesn't use the Force. Is he any less cool because he doesn't have the Force?
Remember when he had the pistol?
Right? I'm gonna put like, he literally killed the Bendu with a blaster, bro. Like, he shot the Bendu and he had no Force powers. Like, there's been Han Solo doesn't have the Force. Awesome character. Lando doesn't have the Force. awesome character. Like, she's a Mandalorian. She doesn't need the Force to be awesome.
And she was doing cool Mandalorian stuff in Rebels.
Yeah, so people hate midichlorians. Ever since George Lucas put that in episode 1 when George Lucas said, when Qui-Gon said midichlorians and Anakin had the highest midichlorian count, and everybody on the internet and their mom said, midichlorians, anybody should use the Force. I'm like,
what a bunch of nonsense.
I'm like, bro, if you're telling me these smart, intellectual warrior monks would not research in their 25,000 years of existing, why can we float rocks with our minds? If you tell me in 25,000 years, it's like being a scientist and not trying to figure out why the earth is round or why does nature do what it does. They would figure out, why are we connected to this spiritual energy called the Force? It's because we have something in our blood that everybody has, but certain people have enough of it to commune with the Force on that level.
Sometimes it takes you 25,000 years.
Just learn how to make fire, right?
Yeah.
Like, crazy. So that kind of upset me in this episode.
There's 3 things that upset us in this episode. We did number 1.
Correct. And then Hugh Wang, I think it was Hugh Wang. Yeah, I believe it was Hugh Wang, who said there's been few Mandalorians inducted into the Jedi Order. Now, this is kind of crazy because this is Dave Filoni's show, and Dave Filoni also was heavily on Rebels. Like, that was his show as well. In Rebels, when Kanan is talking to, I forgot his name, another Mandalorian, when they're speaking about the history of the Darksaber.
Yep.
There's only one Mandalorian who's ever been inducted into the Jedi Order, and that was Tar Vizsla, the creator of the Darksaber. One.
Uno.
Yuang says a few, which means at least 3.
A few always means 3.
At least 3.
At least 3.
And the Jedi and the Mandalorians were in constant odds throughout their entire history.
Yep.
You gonna tell me for a fight for Mandalore, the Mandalorians are gonna let 3 people walk away from their fight and join, at minimum 3, and join the Jedi? Get out of here. I'm sorry. Get out of here.
I don't know. It's like they're pulling like tricks out the bag. They're like, look, galaxies. Out of nowhere. Look at this. Hey, new things. You can have the Force. You can have the Force. I'm Oprah Winfrey.
Oh my, like, bro. So that was number 2. And then what D4 just mentioned, multiple galaxies were a thing already.
So, like, is this common knowledge or is it not? Because it's like keeps switching. They're like, oh, all the old Jedi knew about the other galaxies, and it's like this random robot who knows about it, but no one else did.
No one else. The audience didn't know. The Skull and Hockey didn't really know. The witches of Dathomir seem to be the only people.
Who apparently the witches are the only people who knew besides the old Jedi.
Right? And the witches mapped out where to go in this other galaxy. And I'm wondering, like, in their 25,000 years of existing, whenever they figured out there were more galaxies, why didn't everyone decide to either ride a Purgle to the other side or make a giant space ring hyperdrive and try to explore the outer galaxy?
And why are they so shocked by the existence of other galaxies? We are here on Earth with some low-level technology, and we know a bunch of other galaxies.
It's just around us.
Like, we've given them names. We know a little bit of what's going on in them. Mm-hmm. We can't get there, but
we know.
How do they?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so there was like, those were the 3 things in this show where I'm like, the writing got to be a little more tight, Dave Filoni, because like besides those 3 things, the episode was excellent.
Yeah, it was good.
Like Sabine training was cool. Them going to I can't remember the planet's name where they're building the ring was awesome. The space fight,
Red trees.
We do get to see Mon Mothma again.
She's still looking great, but her head is not working well.
Her head is not working great at all.
No,
it's like she is Chancellor now, as she is in the books. And she sounds tired still. She's very tired. And also, for you fans out there, probably barely any fans of Star Wars Resistance, if anybody's watching this show and they're fans of Star Wars Resistance, which is time in my life I wish I could get back because that's the worst Star Wars series in history.
Well, you have to try it for the rest of us. You feel me?
I did because I made her watch everything in existence in Star Wars. I did not make her touch Resistance.
You suffer for our sins.
I suffer. Jesus Christ.
Yes,
I suffered for her sins. But if you did watch it, the main character in Resistance called Kaz. Kyoto Nyoto, whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is. Something along those lines. And his daddy is a senator, and he's in the meeting with Mama Mothma with the other senators.
Yes.
And Hera's trying to tell them, look, we're getting information that these people are trying to look for Thrawn. We have inkling that he's probably alive. I need resources to go figure out if this is true. And Kyoto's dad said, you just want to do this for Ezra Bridger, to find Ezra Bridger. And I'm like...
Yeah, because one day I just decided, you know what, I'm feeling really Ezra today after this many years, so I guess,
Yeah, I guess you just want to find them. After, it's been years since Ezra has been gone. And they're like, you're doing this for... I bet it seemed like she never even mentioned Ezra since he left.
Yeah.
And now they're like, you want resources just to find Ezra? I'm like, no, she wants resources because a threat might come back here and start another war. And I don't want to go through this. And I love how she said, were you ever in the war? And the senator was like, no. Oh, so you just sat back and wait to see who won.
But anyways, let's all agree with this man because you know what? I think he was, just telling some truth. She definitely just wants to think about that after this many years.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous. Like you mentioned, I'm on the First Order side, and
raise your hand if you're with the First Order. Because honestly, at this point, after the Mandalorian, I was already with the First Order.
Yeah, I'm like, they deserve to come back and blow up your entire system because, like, the guy, I can't remember his name, the pilot that we always see from the Resistance who keeps trying to preach there's something happening in the Outer Rim. Like, Mandalorians literally fighting, like, Grand Moffs out there still. Like, there's literally a council of high Imperial agents making secret meetings that we've seen in The Mandalorian. Everybody's telling the New Republic something is going on.
No, I think we dealt with the problem because we dealt with a few people. So now it's all good now. Oh, it happened again? Oh, well, we dealt with them, so it's all good now. Oh, it happened again. How many times do we have to do this?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
God.
Like, what is happening, bro? Like, God, and they keep mentioning about there's Imperial workers on every level of the New Republic,
and they were flexing it. Like, yes, of course, we still have Imperials just in high positions dealing with important materials.
Can you believe that? That's like saying I got the most high class Nazi on my government. It's like they're Nazis. Like what?
I got a Nazi head of the nuclear facility plant.
Like that is wild, bro. Cause we saw that poor scientist get mind flared when he got captured. Like they're not mind flaring enough of these people because they let them have their free will.
Which, first of all, kind of crazy. That's kind of some Sith-like behavior with this mind.
Yeah, right. Like wiping people. Like I do not like how the New Republic is operating. Mon Mothma, I don't know what she's doing. I know she's probably trying her best, but you're not trying enough, bro.
No, she is not. The people are not listening to her. They're really stepping over her.
Oh, she's the Chancellor. I'll be like, I am the Chancellor.
I am the Chancellor.
I'm the Chancellor.
Hello, I am the Chancellor.
And
So
all the senators, no, this is democracy.
Okay, alright.
All right,
whatever you say.
When Blue Man come back and wreck your galaxy,
I'm cheering for Blue Man.
Let's go for
Blue
Dawn,
Man.
bro. Let's go Blue Man. Like, bro, oh my God. So it was great to see my Mothma. Sucks to see how the New Republic's going. But you know who we do see that's happening? That's going well? Jason Syndulla.
Jason.
And there's a lot of debate online because remember in the epilogue, his hair was green in the co-pilot. A lot of people were like, they can't make his hair green. Like, that's weird. That's animation. Everyone's like, maybe Sabine just for fun made his hair green one day because she likes to paint things. No, his hair is green.
His hair is green. Woo!
His hair is green. It looked pretty good to me.
Looks alright to me. I mean, we got aliens, bro. Green hair ain't nothing.
Exactly. Like, he's running around. He's like, I want to be a Jedi. I'm like, well, your daddy was one. Daddy was a great Jedi.
Very.
And when I think about it, I don't think he ever became a Jedi. And this is why I kind of wish they did the stories in order, because he's not with Luke in the school.
No.
I read the comic books where Kylo Ren destroys the temple. Grogu's not there, which I guess will explain he's with the Mandalorians doing Mandalorian things. Jason is not there because I don't see no green-haired child in that order.
No?
And if you remember in the epilogue of Rebels, they said something along the lines of like, he's just like his father. Meaning he's showing some signs of being able to wield the Force unlike Sabine. So this kid probably gets whisked away to another galaxy because that's the only explanation of why the hell he's not being trained as a Jedi.
The sequels need a sequel redo.
I've been a petition going on ever since they made.
Some people like it like you do.
I do like it. I'm gonna appreciate them.
I'm indifferent with it because I haven't really watched it after.
No, we're gonna come. I'm waiting for the right time to rewatch it with you guys.
Yeah.
Where some story connects to the sequel. But right now, all the stories are kind of in the past, so I have no reason to show you guys
and
that yet.
It's just like there's so many new things added now, and then to not see in the sequels is kind of
weird. It's kind of weird. And now that I think about it, so Ahsoka came back to train Sabine, whereas there's a kid right there, son of a Jedi, who has Force sensitivity. She could see him exist, and she decides not to train him in the ways of the Force. But she takes a Mandalorian who has trained already in weaponry and fighting, who has no connection to the Force.
She was already good,
And she trained that one instead.
She was already good at her craft, but
makes no sense. But besides that, it's not like we hate the episode. We actually did not hate the episode. No. We very much enjoyed the episode because, like, the space, they get no backup. They get no Republic fleet. So Ahsoka, Huyang, and Sabine are going towards our bad guys in the giant ring. They have no backup, just them. They're fighting Marrok, I believe his name is, the Inquisitor-like warrior, and Hachi. They find them in the space battle. They get wrecked because they're going towards the ring. As it's shooting turbo lasers at them, they get knocked out. And then Ahsoka goes outside being cool, badass Ahsoka, swinging her two white...
cute little spacesuit.
Oh, the
Shout
spacesuit.
out to the spacesuit.
Right? It looks so adorable. Like, she came out being badass and destroying... Again, I don't know why that pilot went so close that she could jump and slash him.
Yeah, you literally see... And they're like... Yep, alright.
I'm like, bro, stay out. You're in space.
First day in flying training, I guess.
So I'm like, you deserve to die. And also, we were laughing that when Sabine was going in the cockpit, she's killing people. And she's like, yeah, I got one, I got two. And I'm like, that's the charm of Star Wars, where you, like, kids murder people. Like, Ezra murdered a bunch of stormtroopers. Yeah. He was 14, and everyone's like, I'm like...
Guess he won't be needing that shit.
Oh, yeah. Kanan, kid, you worry me sometimes.
That has to be, like, my favorite thing. Guess he won't be needing that shit.
I'm like, bro. So, like, Endor's probably the only Star Wars show where when people murder people...
Oh, yeah.
They feel the ramifications of murdering and taking a life. They're like, whew, we just
Everyone
did it.
else... I did it
like a video game. Pew, pew. I mean, I got 3 shots. I'm like, that's 3 lives. Yeah, like a little simulation. Yeah. I'm like, they probably had a wife and family, or like a husband and family, and then
it's just a game, bro.
No, it's just a game.
It's a game.
So it's just a game to them. They fly down to the planet because after they get their ship fixed, guess who we meet? We meet the Purgils. A.K.A. the space whales.
A.K.A. the high whales.
Oh, the high... They did not look high, but they look scary.
They were not high. They were just realistic.
They were real realistic.
And big.
Oh my... Like, I know they were big in the show because they take a Star Destroyer and whisk Thrawn and Ezra to space. But, like, I guess in the aspect of cartoons, I don't know, something about their size seemed... not crazy.
And they're a little more cuter.
Right, a little more cuter in animation, but my God, they are massive in live action. And if I saw them in real life, I would wet my pants because, my God.
Yeah. I would too, because it would cover like the whole freaking sky.
They look so majestic and scary, and I was like, I love this show. Like you got to see Purgil.
They did it perfectly.
And so they're using the space wheel to basically hide their escape from Hati and Marrok. They land to the planet. They shut Huang Dang. They shot Huang Dang. Yeah, no. They shot Huang down. Yeah. God, English is hard. And so that way they can mask their signature while they're flying over. And that's where Huang explains, there's multiple galaxies. It's been in the jet archives for years.
It's been in the archives, but apparently it's shocking for everyone.
And yeah, I'm like, okay, that's cool, bro. I don't know. I mean, I get it, because even I'm reading the High Republic, they barely even explored the Outer Rim. So they're probably like, we can't explore the Outer Rim, let alone this whole damn galaxy.
I guess maybe we could just factor that as, we haven't got there.
Yeah, it's kind of like us. We know it's there, have no way to get there.
But now they're trying to get there.
Now they're trying to get there. So I'll let that one slide. I won't let Sabine get in the Force or the Mandalorian.
Which I know y'all gonna do, because you're gonna make her do the little push thing.
You're gonna... Because the next episode, I believe, is going to be from the trailers where they're fighting in the forest, and Sabine in the trailer does this. And I was going to assume that's a fake out.
Must be the Superman scene.
Yeah. No, I know you can run at light speed. Don't save me from this tornado. Like, he's Superman, he can do that. So it's really going to be that. And the whole trailer kept saying to Sabine, they literally keep pounding you on the head, you're not special. You can't win.
But no, because to make her special, we're gonna give her Force. Now, you can prove us wrong and not do that, and then we'll be like, oh, we were wrong, I'm so sorry, we're pathetic. But
right? Don't give her the Force. Like, she's Sabine Wren, for God's sake. She's part of the Mandalorian clan. There's tons of Mandalorians.
Literally, the only mention of a Mandalorian was just her wearing the armor and looking at the helmet, and that's it. Like, right? I'm like, come on, that's it? Really?
You're embrace your heritage. Like,
no. She better wear her damn helmet in the next episode when they're getting attacked.
I think she will, because there's no way in hell she goes to fight that apprentice and not wear Beskar armor, which we've seen the Mandalorian use to deflect lightsabers. So there's a reason why the Mandalorians made certain weaponry to battle these crazy wizards in space, because it works against them.
Yeah.
There's literally been Mandalorians who beat Jedi. For God's sake, the clone troopers were clones of a Mandalorian, and they wiped out the whole damn order.
Oh my God.
Without the Force.
You're telling me we don't have to give her the Force for her to be cool and epic and strong?
But we will, because everyone can use the Force, and everyone has the Force. George Lucas says that everyone in the universe who is born has the Force. It flows between them, through them, connects them. But only certain people can throw giant boulders at your head.
You're wrong. He's wrong. Everything's wrong.
My fault. What do I know? Like, bro, like, you got Chair Umwe. Chair Emwe. You got Lyra Urso. Like, they all are connected to the Force, and their mind are more open than regular people, so they can feel people's like intentions, their senses maybe get expanded a little bit. But not once have I seen Chair Imwe take a stick and pull it with his mind or anything like that. He was just extremely badass, and he could sense people's negative emotions.
Yep.
That's what Sabine should be able to do. Maximum. If I see her throw a branch with her mind at Hati,
bro, she's already blind and she could predict Ahsoka swinging from down below.
Right? As she's put on the helmet that Luke and them would wear to like use their senses. I'm like, please, Dave Filoni. Like, I know what you're trying to say, but if you really think about it, you're really telling us that Sabine's not special unless she could use magical powers.
Come on.
So don't do that. So that's how the episode ends, with basically on a cliffhanger of Skull basically telling some HK droids and some goons, go find them in the forest.
I'm gonna think about my sexy blue boyfriend.
I'm like, bro, go join them, because they're about to get massacred. Like,
give me some time.
Give me some time.
Gotta think about him. Ah, yes, his nice chiseled jaw.
Oh, hey, bro, stop thinking and go out there and join the search. I know his apprentice is gonna find them, but like, if you go out there too, you can wrap this up quick, my guy.
No, the boss never shows up. He's gotta send the little minions first.
Oh,
then
you're
I gotta
right.
put my HP up.
Oh yeah, you're right. You know, get them the experience points
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
get them to beat the thing.
Make sure they can be a high enough level to
To whoop your butt.
survive or beat me up.
That's basically what he's gonna do, and that's how the episode ends. And I love this episode. Hated some of the slight retcons in this episode.
That wasn't really, the fun.
No, it was.
Most fun.
It wasn't fun. So, but those part wasn't fun. But like the whole aesthetic of the show, I'm still loving that Ahsoka is.
So many amazing
She looks as great as ever.
Ahsoka looks great. Sabine looks great. The whales look great. Shout out to the whales.
Shout out to the space whales. They looking fantastic.
Everything looking good. Hera, shout out to you, mama, from all y'all.
All y'all looking great. The aesthetics of the show looking high level production. Like this literally could have been put on the big screen and everyone would think this is properly a movie. So I love this episode. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
I agree. Yeah, 7.
I give it a 7 out of 10 because they're setting up some things that's literally kind of like a screw you, George Lucas. And I'm like, didn't expect that from Dave Filoni.
But we'll see. We're judging right now. Maybe they're throwing us a loop.
Right. And you let us know if we're being a little too harsh. You let us know in the comment below. Do you like that Sabine probably will be able to use the Force? Or are you like us where you're like, if every person in the galaxy could just start throwing rocks at people, does it make it special? You let us know in the comment below, and also your rating on this episode. Did you like it? Or did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you, episode? Did this episode say, I'm done with Ahsoka? Like,
I'm done.
Like, let us know in the comments below. And of course, like and subscribe to the D4 channel.
Do it
now. Please, do it. Like, let us become an affiliate. Let us beat the YouTube algorithms. We need you to help us. D4. Love you as always. And I love you guys as always.
Love you.
As a friend.
As a friend.
That's a little inside joke we be doing.
Love you guys as a friend.
But we love you more than friends because you're our subscribers. So
yeah, if you're subscribed to us, we love you more than friends.
Red heart emoji.
We love you. We don't love you as a friend. We love you.
So thank you for joining us as always. This is the D4 channel. And we'll catch y'all later. We're gonna go smoke with the space whales. See y'all later. Peace.